Hello my lovelies, how are you all? A bit of a different video today. I want to talk about 12 of the most annoying characters I've seen in recent BL dramas. I tend to over-exaggerate when I make these videos and I don't mean any harm on the actors. It's just a fun little critique on some of the characters I've seen that irked me a little bit. Please take this video with a grain of salt, and if you liked any of these characters then good for you, and I apologize in advance. I know I'm going to be hated for saying this, but Nyundai's character is the most brazen, selfish, entitled character I have ever seen in BL. And that's saying something because Book's character in Enchante exists, and so does Tul's character in Together With Me. Nyundai constantly belittled Palm and took him for granted. He called him his personal dog on various occasions, which not only affected Palm's self-esteem, it also made Palm feel inferior to Nyundai in their romantic relationship. Nyundai's irrational jealousy and emotional outbursts that even turned physical angered me to the core. I was actually rooting for Palm and Maggie, and I wanted everything taken away from that arrogant haughty fool and given to Perth's character Chopper. Let me be completely honest here, I'm only watching step by step for Khunjang and the second lead couple. I hate Pat and I hate the constipated face he makes every time he's in a predicament. Honestly, why is this actor's acting so bad? The only expression he knows how to make is the confused, constipated expression like he's holding in a fart, and that's it. Like, please show us a bit more range. Also, how come every office romance lead character constantly pushes the boss's boundaries and acts disrespectful? I mean, am I supposed to find that endearing? This annoys me because office romance genre is not a fantasy genre. So the plot needs to be realistic. For example, I love the dynamic of the two leads in Korean drama New Employee. The intern was respectful, he had his own ideas, but he never fought with the boss or kept on questioning his motives. Unlike Pat, who constantly contradicts his boss and blatantly asks him about his personal life and gossips around. Like, how am I supposed to like such a stupid character? It and his cake saga. I mean, how dumb and annoying can you be? This man has put me off cake forever, and I'll forever be mad at him for that. Your man is literally in an accident and you're still grabbing the cake bag from your friend. It is the most unserious person ever. I adore him, but I also find him repulsive. Now let's talk about the wig. I feel like I would have actually paid attention to the story or his character more if that big ass wig was not constantly in my face, making me wonder if it's real or fake every time it appeared on screen. I personally want to snatch it from his head and see him with his crew cut hair because it suited him much better and looked really good in the initial posters and pilot. Also, how come a character was so dominating and borderline harassing his partner in the beginning but becomes a submissive wet cat as soon as he forgets his memories? Like, stand up it, don't get slapped and punched around in every single scene, and you want that D so bad, huh? It's not worth it. Oh my god, how many times have I talked about Nai on this channel? I talk about him so often because I really can't believe that a character can be so dumb and still walk around on this earth being blissfully ignorant and happy. Honestly, I love this for him, but not for me because I can't take it. The constant making of silly faces and acting all needy and clingy bothers me to no end. And combined with the actor's bad acting, the whole persona becomes almost too much to handle for poor viewers like me. I hate how unrealistic Nai is in this series because Nai was not like this in Tonhonchonlity. I refuse to believe that his brainless Nai is the same person I saw in Tonhonchonlity. I have genuine hate for Sherbet. Like, it's so genuine that I actually don't like the actor who played this character. So I guess props to him for nailing his character in Falaruk. First of all, the series is so boring and cringy, and on top of that, you give us a character like Cher who has absolutely no redeeming qualities about him, like not even one. How am I supposed to like him if he has not even one good thing about him? I feel like the whole plot was badly written and both Falan and Cher were awful characters. Falan had a weird obsession with Cher and no regard for his personal boundaries, while Cher was physically abusive towards Falan. I'm all for toxic storylines, but it should be cohesive and not a jumbled mess like Falaruk. I know I have said this before, but Kim is my auntie that I hate with passion because she has her nose up in everybody's business. Either Kamal downplays his business too much, or Kim is just like a child who has no sense of danger and constantly puts himself in dangerous situations, even when there is no need for it. He constantly dismisses Kamal but gets mad when he doesn't pay attention to him. I feel like if Kim was casted in the role of Mafia Kamal, then I would have liked him more. Jin is the first character I've seen in BL that literally looks like he has no thought behind those eyes. In every scene, he either looks zoned out or high. He's so indecisive and irrational that it hurts my tooth. I actually liked Bomb's character and I really didn't want him to end up with Jin. I like when a seme has to do the chasing, but there was nothing that I liked about Jin or felt was worth chasing after. He's probably one of the dullest characters I've ever seen in BL. I mean, the whole Checkout series was a big fat disappointment, but I still feel irrationally angry when I think about Danwa's character. Like, why do you exist? I actually shipped the two love rivals 9 and T and wanted them to end up together. Danwa's character was like plain pasta. There was no flavor, not even salt and pepper. I felt like 9 gave everything when he interacted with Danwa and received nothing back from him. There was no reaction, no meaningful conversation between them. Danwa just knew how to act dramatic over the silliest of things and the whole performance wasn't giving at all. Joyu J is straight and selfish and you cannot change my mind. He has not an ounce of romantic feelings for Hanjun and is just leading him on and pretending to be in a relationship because he wants to have him around. He knows that Hanjun will break their friendship if he says that he doesn't have feelings for him, and so he just puts on an act to appease him. At least that is exactly what it looked like in the series. He constantly put Hanjun in embarrassing situations due to his own selfishness. He never once cared about Hanjun's feeling and he threw away the chocolates that Hanjun gave him not once but twice. I mean, how evil do you have to be to do something like that to a friend? God, I hate him so much. The one thing I want to say to Hanji is that please don't act cute. You look like a pick-me and you are giving me second-hand embarrassment. Hanji, you tried to be funny by tripping over and acting like a damsel in distress, but I'm sorry. It was never cute. It didn't give what it needed to give. All it gave was cringe. When he acted drunk, it clearly looked like he was putting on an act and excessive makeup on his cheeks didn't help his case at all. Remember when Joyu from 8 Sense asked Jaewon if he wanted to eat ramyeon? It really felt like he was too innocent and he didn't know what the underlying meaning behind it was. But when Joyu said it, it looked as if he knows the meaning and is pretending to be innocent. I think this actor needs to work more on his skills before taking up another role. I love Earth, don't get me wrong, but his excessive crying and that awful crying face was jarring and almost put me off watching the show. I mean, a couple of times is okay, but you do it in literally every episode and it was too much. And I often had this urge to smack him across the face a couple of times. Snap out of it, is what I wanted to say to him every time he appeared on screen. I mean, I do understand his character and how he lacked a spine and was too timid in the beginning, but there were other ways to show it instead of making him weep like a donkey in every episode. I know some good actors who have said in their interviews that comedy is the hardest thing to do on screen. You have to get the timing right and you have to get the emotion right, neither of which Jade was able to do in Bed Friend. I feel like Yim needed more acting experience before he took up Jade's role because his poor performance as Jade has put me off of watching Middleman's Love. As far as I have read up about Jade in the novel, he's a character who ends up being a middleman in someone else's love story every time because his personality is not that interesting and he stays low-key. But nowhere it's written that he acts like a joker and a person with the mental aptitude of a child. The actor needs to do more homework to play this character and it turned out wrong in every way. So these were 12 BL characters that I found annoying. I'm sure there are tons of other characters that I have definitely missed out on. So let me know some of your choices in the comment section below. If you liked this video today, please give me a thumbs up and see you guys next time.